Hi everyone, welcome to Adding Bookcast. I'm Adding. Today I'm going to share a book that changed how I think about time, money, and freedom. The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. Now I know what you are thinking. 4 hours a week? Is that even real? Don't worry. This book is not about being lazy or doing nothing. It's about working smart, cutting the noise, and creating more freedom in your life. Most of us are told to work 40 hours plus a week, climb the ladder, and maybe, retire at 65 to finally enjoy life. What if you could flip the script and start living now? This book is not about quitting your job tomorrow. It's about building a smarter system and gives you time, space, and choices. Whether you want to travel, start a business, or just having more breathing room in your life, this episode is your permission to ask, what if there is another way? Let's start. A person's success in life can usually be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations he or she is willing to have. Think about it. How often do we avoid hard conversations with our boss, our family, even with ourselves? The author challenges to do one thing every day that we fear. He got into this habit by sending cold emails to celebrities and successful people, just to ask questions, just to try. Later, he created a challenge for some university students. Reach out to 3 people who seem impossible to reach, anyone you admire. And the prize? A round-trip ticket to anywhere in the world. And guess what? No one did it. Why? There are too many excuses like I'm too busy, I have a paper to write, it's hard. The author says that's exactly the point. Most people are afraid to try, and that is actually your opportunity. If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. Don't overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. You are better than you think. In fact, he said this, the fishing is best where the viewers go. There is less competition for bigger goals because everyone else is playing it safe. And here's a mindset that changed his life. Ever tried, ever failed, no matter, try again, fail again, but fail better. Your job is not to be perfect. Your job is to keep showing up and failing better every time. The first step in Ferriss' method is definition. What do you actually want in life? Not what society told you, not what your parents expected. It's what you really want. We have all been sold the wrong plan. Work for 40 years, save up, then retire and live your dream, if your health allows. But why we need to wait? The author introduces a powerful idea called dreamlining. Here's how it works. You write down everything that you want, what you want to have, like a cabin in the mountains or a fancy watch, what you want to be, like a good cocker or fluent in Spanish, like what you want to do, to travel to Japan or write a book. Then you ask yourself, how much does this cost per month? And how would I need to earn to live this dream? It turns out that most dreams don't need millions. They just need planning. But even when we know what we want and we actually can do it, we still freeze. Why? Because of the fear. And Ferriss gives us a better tool than goal setting. He calls it fear settings. Take out a piece of paper and ask, what's the worst that could happen? And how can I stop it from happening? And if it does happen, how can I fix it? And when you try to write it down one by one, and actually you will find out that all the things that you have written, all the things you want, is actually not difficult to achieve. The cost of doing nothing was much higher than the risk of trying. After definition, the second part is elimination. Ferriss doesn't believe in time management. He believes in time freedom. Being busy is just a form of laziness. Lazy thinking, lazy to change. Most of us are busy, but not effective. We check emails, attend meetings, write reports. But what are we actually doing the important stuff? You can think about the 80-20 rule. Which 20% of my tasks are giving me 80% of my results? And which 20% are causing 80% of my headaches? Get rid of the rest. Doing something unimportant well does not make it important. Requiring a lot of time does not make a task important. If your to-do list is full of useless stuff, it's not a to-do list, it's a distraction list. Another key idea is to practice the art of non-finishing. Just because you started something doesn't mean you have to finish it. You can quit a book, leave a group chat, cancel a project. Productivity is about choice, not guilt. You should also develop an ability to be selectively ignorant. Ignore or redirect all information and interruptions that are irrelevant, unimportant. In other words, stop consuming junk. You don't need to check the news 5 times a day. You don't need to answer emails instantly. You don't need to respond to every group message. So you can turn off the notifications. Check emails twice a day, max. Unsubscribed, unfollowed, mute or delete. This is called low information diet. So you can redirect your attention to something that is really matter and important to you, because your attention is your power. You have to protect it. After elimination, the next will be automation. Even if you are not starting a business, you can still automate, like setting up auto pay for bills, use some email filters and templates. Let go of some of your control to outsource. Ferriss actually hired virtual assistants from India or the Philippines to handle his inbox, schedule, and research. And once you go online to see those freelance websites, you can actually find out those costs of outsourcing is actually not costly. You don't need to do everything in your life. You can delegate it. You need to do what matters to you. And the last step, liberation. This is where everything comes together. What's the point of all this cutting, simplifying, and automating? So you can be free to work from anywhere, to take mini retirements, to live now, not someday. Why you want to wait until you're 65 to enjoy life? You can start now. One story I love that is a student took his family on a year-long trip across Asia. He taught the kids online and they spent less than they did living in the US. And they made memories that would last a lifetime. Ferriss says, retirement is worst-case scenario insurance. Don't save your life for later. Live it now. This doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what excites you. Work if you want to, but on your terms. This book isn't just a set of tips, it's a mindset shift. You can either let your life be decided for you, or you decide it intentionally. This isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing what truly feels meaningful to you. Don't wait until you're ready to begin. Instead, once you begin, you'll become ready. Here is the favorite quote of the book. Someday is a disease that would take your dreams to the grave. We always say, maybe later or someday I'll try. But that someday mindset is what takes your dreams to the grave. So stop waiting. Try, fail, try again, fail better. Live smarter, live now. So until next time, be brave, be focused, And don't just work for a living. Design a life worth living. Thanks for listening. If this episode made you pause, made you question, or made you dream, share it with someone else. I'm Ading, and I'll see you in the next sharing session.